He's almost ready.
We're good?
Go. Good evening, everyone, from Drop Field at Omro High School. DailyDodge.com presents the week in football, and tonight we open up the 2018 regular season conference action. The Columbus Cardinals town Foxes on the Omro. Hi again, Mike Tronson with you at the by my good friend and partner Tim Haldeman, and Ninja is our videographer. Our video stream on DailyDodge.com. Tonight is Kevin Carnine, your American Family Insurance Agent and Landmark. Welcome into our broadcast, everyone. Glad to have you aboard. It is hard to believe, but it is week one of the high school football season. Tim, it is great to be back in the booth with you. Good to see you, pal.
Be with you as well, and from the third year together.
Yes, it is.
We're like Siamese twins, practically.
And they haven't kicked us out.
And third high school. This is the night never remade. This is absolutely in the fact that this is football weather. By the end of tonight's game, it'll probably be down in the tees, and that's football weather. Whereas normally you fighting mosquitoes in 90 degrees and humid. Humidity of close to 100%. So great night for fall. A light breeze out of the right, moving to left, and we're staring at a couple of the nicest soybean fields and corn fields in all of central Wisconsin. Mike, watch a sight here. This is absolutely the greatest scene you could ever lay eyes on.
It's very seen up here, and as a matter of fact, just about 20 minutes ago, we had a Hair Boone go up in the field. They finished in second place in the Flyway Conference at 4-1, and they are just 4 years, 11-2 on the year. They won the Flyway with a perfect 6-0 record, made it all the way to the state semis before bowing out. So this is a program that has historically been pretty good.
Yeah, well, it should be a great way to get the season started. These two teams met last year, and this year here in Omro.
Well, right now we're going to step aside as the national anthem will be performed. Oh, I guess the school song, first of all. They told me the anthem at 5 minutes, but anyways. It's Omro and Columbus. We'll have the national anthem here shortly. We had the coin toss a few moments ago, and Omro won the coin toss. They deferred their choice to the second half, so that means that Columbus will receive tonight's opening kickoff. The Cardinals will be moving right to left as we see it on offense in the first period of play. We'll get to the starters in just a moment. Again, tonight's broadcast brought to you by Beaver Dam Community Hospital, Air Care, Columbus Family Dental, Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Kevin Carnine, your American Family Insurance Agent, and Landmark Credit Union.
And your Omro Foxes.
Getting ready to perform the anthem and also the introductions. I guess they're going to do the introductions first.
Out of the east end zone, the visiting Columbus Cardinals.
As you might hear the PA announcer in the background, the Cardinals have chosen the field right now. It's also Parents' Night here at Omro High School, which is caught me a little bit by surprise. Usually you don't see that on the first week of the season, but I was looking at the, and now they introduce the Omro Foxes as a team. I was looking at the schedules for these two teams, and Columbus actually with 6 home games this year. They only have 3 road games. Tonight is one of them. After tonight, the Cardinals will go home for 5 straight weeks. Their next road game is not until they travel to Lodi on October 4th. Of course, last year it was the exact opposite, a complete 180, as the Cardinals had 6 road games, only 3 home games. So the exact opposite this year. Now it's time for the national anthem. Our national anthem here at Omro. Let's give you the starting lineups first. The offensive starters for Columbus. I'm going to go through them quickly as we're short on time. The quarterback is Will Cotter, 6'4", 191-pound junior. At fullback, Kendall Minnick, 6'1", 249 and a senior. At halfback, Caden Brunell, a 5'9" junior, 169 pounds. Receivers include Joe Morris, a senior at 5'10", 157, and Evan Anderson, a senior at 6'1" and 146. Also at receiver, Tegan Hirschleb, a senior. He's 6'2", 167. The offensive line, the tackles are Luke Loebner, a 6'1", 193-pound junior, and Ryan King, a junior at 6'4", 275. The guards, James Roche, a senior at 6 feet tall, 228, and Tavon Hayes, a senior at 5'11", 237. At center is Austin Rennock, a junior, 5'9", 200. We'll try and get the Omro defensive starters for you here. Omro is Clayton Marquesh. He's going to kick it off for the Foxes tonight. And back deep to receive for Columbus, Caden Brunell, along with Alex Campbell. Brand spanking new uniforms. Is that right, Tim, for Columbus this year?
Brand spanking new uniforms, and no way in the world are we going to be able to see the numbers on those.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be very difficult. So anyways, Marquesh to kick. Campbell and Brunell back deep to receive. Here we go. The 2019 regular season is about to begin. There's the whistle. And here's the approach by Marquesh, and it's an end-over-end kick. And it's going to be taken at the 10-yard line, and this is Brunell going to the 15, right side 20, breaks a tackle, 25, 30, sideline 35, 40, 45, and he gets spun out of bounds near the 45-yard line. So a pretty nice return for Brunell. Let's see where they mark it here, but he was ushered out of bounds on the far sideline after getting out across the 40 near the 45. And yeah, it's a 35-yard return to start the season, as Brunell takes it from the 10 to the 45. Great field position for the Cardinals as they'll start out 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. That's a way to get some momentum right off the bat with a nice return. Again, the Cardinals moving right to left and into the sun. And a couple receivers to the near side, one to the right, and a handoff, and that's Brunell to the 45. Lowers the shoulder, gets across midfield, down to about the 47-yard line of Omro. Nice run on first down for Brunell. You're going to hear that name a lot tonight. Caden Brunell. He is, after a gain of 8, it's 2nd and 2 from the 47 of Omro. Out of the shotgun, this is Cotter. Will Cotter launching it right side, and it is going to be almost intercepted. It was intended for Tegan Hirschleb down the right sideline. Really good defense by Cade Stachura, the cornerback, and Stachura got his hands on it, almost intercepted that thing.
Well, Stachura actually had the ball in his hands, and as you said, Hirschleb, who, by the way, is going both ways, and comes back from last season with 8 interceptions. having tied for the state leadership on that particular
On
category.
3rd and 2, a handoff. It's a first down and more for Brunel as he gets down inside the 40 to about the 39-yard line of Omro. And so that'll move the chains. I want to give you some defensive starters for Omro. The cornerbacks I mentioned, Cade Statura, a 5'11 junior, 150. The other corner tonight is Caden Besaw, junior at 5'7", 135. Safety Ben Wellhafer, he's also the quarterback of the team, 5'9", 170, and a junior. We'll give you some more here in a moment. 1st and 10 out of the gun. Cotter hands off. Brunel again. Through a hole, left side, gets down inside the 35 and do about the 33 before he gets pushed back, and making the tackle was Riley Schuster, a 5'9" senior. That is going to be a pickup of 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and a short 3 for Columbus, as the ball now is at about the 33-yard line. So the Cardinals marching on their first drive of the season. Cotter takes it out of the gun, hands it off to Brunel, left side, down inside the 25, breaks the tackle, inside the 20, cut back at about the 9-yard line. Tackle made by Ben Wellhafer, but another big run for Brunel and the Cardinals. They are going to have it. Let's see, 25-yard pickup, and it's going to be first down and goal at about the 10-yard line. Just inside the 10. And on 1st and goal, Brunel straight up the middle to the 5, spins. Did he get in? Touchdown, Columbus. Wow, that didn't take long. 1 minute and 58 seconds. It's the first score of the season. Columbus has a 6-0 lead. And we're not even 2 minutes into the contest. That was impressive.
6-play drive, of which 5 were on the ground, of the other, of course, the incompletion. Credit Hirschleb, very honestly, Mike, in sort of breaking up that interception, which continued the drive.
So we'll call it a 10-yard touchdown run for Brunel. It was just inside the 10, but we'll give him 10. And now the extra point attempt. Joe Morris will attempt to tack on one more. And the kick is blocked. The kick is blocked. So with 10:02 to go in the first quarter of play, our score is Columbus 6 and Omro nothing. Well, Air Care in Beaver Dam has been providing customers with heating and air conditioning solutions for over 37 years. Chad Guzzi, owner of Air Care, wants to share with you that he is surrounded by a hard-working team that pays attention to detail, takes the extra time to look at the big picture, and are courteous, honest, and dependable. Air Care, comfort in your home that you deserve. Call Air Care today, 920-356-8860.
Mike, when a offensive team controls the line of scrimmage as they did in that first 2 minutes of action, one has to give credit to the offensive line. First of all, Luke Loebner, 6'1", 193. James Roach, 6-footer, 228. The center, Austin Rennock, 5'9", 200. And Ryan King is the left tackle at 6'4", 275. And the right guard is Taven Hayes at 5'11", 237. So kudos to those young fellows who were given Caden Brunel a lot of room to run the football.
Joe Morris with the kickoff, and it's going to go into and out of the back of the end zone. And so a touchback, and it'll be Omro touching the football for the first time tonight. The Foxes on their home field trailing 6-0 after that impressive opening drive by the Cardinals, as they go 55 yards and cap it off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper by Caden Brunel. Again, the extra point was blocked, so a 6-0 lead, and now it's 1st and 10 for the Foxes on their own 20, moving left to right. Wellhafer, the quarterback, takes the step. He's going to run with it off the near side, and he is taken down after getting across the 20 to about the 23-yard line, and a nice tackle made there by Sully Burbach, the junior, 5'11", 164. So a pickup of only about 3, maybe 4 on the play. Second down coming up. Is now at their own 23-yard. Very hard to see the yard lines to our left, as they're quite faded, and the sun is pretty bright right now. And this is a passing play. Wellhafer going to launch it down the near sideline. Incomplete. It's overthrown as he was trying to hit Cade Statura, who was streaking down the near sideline. And the ball was quite a bit overthrown by a couple of yards. The coverage out there by Alex Campbell, who is the cornerback.
You know, it's interesting, Mike. We'll get this season started off at a good note. You said he was streaking down the right sideline. It's been college since I saw that. And I'm not joking.
Not that kind.
All right, now you know you folks are getting entertained.
Absolutely. On 3rd and 7, Wellhafer will hand it off. And a great defensive play by Morris in the backfield to bring down the ball carrier. The handoff was to Cooper Crockstrom, the senior, and Morris got in there and dropped him for a loss on the play of 3. It'll be 4th and 10, a punting situation. Boy, I love the energy here by Columbus to start off this game, both sides of the ball. So it's a punting situation. Garrett Doms will punt it for the Foxes.
Whoops.
Campbell and Brunel go back deep for the Cardinals.
Hey, they caught the penalty. They broke the huddle with 12 guys, Mike.
There you go. Yep, you're right.
Yep. New rule this year, folks, if you're watching at home on the video screen, of course, and there is a 40-second clock this year in high school football. As soon as that ball is, the forward motion has been stopped, the way I understand it, the 40-second clock starts immediately. It's just like pro football.
So a 6-0 Columbus lead, and as we come back to live action again, Doms to punt it. And Brunel and Campbell are back deep. He's punting away from the sun. Snap back to Doms. He gets the short floater off, and it's going to take a Omro bounce, and it's going to go into Columbus territory, and it will be downed at about the 48-yard line of Columbus. So again, good starting field position for the Cardinals, who already have the 6-0 lead. We have 8:53 remaining in the opening stanza here at Omro High School. Mike Tronson, Tim Haldeman with you. Justin Wilski is our videographer for DailyDodge.com. Brand new this year, we're video streaming all of our area high school football games of the week. On 1st and 10 for Columbus at their own 48. They'll put 2 receivers right, 1 to the left out of the gun. Cotter looking to throw and does. It's caught across the middle. Herschleb down inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. That is a gain of 18 and a first down for Columbus. Nice throw by Cotter. Will Cotter, he started 1 game last year at quarterback for Columbus. It was the game you and I did, Tim, again at Lakeside Lutheran. He got injured the next week. On first down, handoff Brunel tonight.
Who caught the
right
pass,
side,
Mike?
cut back. He gets inside on first down, handoff Brunel. 35 right side, and cut down back to the 30. He gets inside the same market. 20. So Brunel on the carry that time for a pickup of about 4. They will mark it at the 31-yard line. And it's second and six coming up for Columbus. Clock is running. We're approaching the 8-minute mark and counting of the first period. Second and six Cardinals at the Omro 31-yard line. Cotter gives it to Brunel. Through a hole right side. And pushes his way down towards 25. Close to first down yard. And then he got the first down. Not only was he close, he got it. And they will mark it just inside the 25-yard line. So a gain of the 25-yard line. So a gain of almost 6 on the play. 1st and 10. And the ball now at the 24-yard line. At the 24-yard line. Brunel again. Through a hole right side, pushing his way towards the 20. Inside the 20. Side, pushing his way towards the 20. Inside the 20. And down he goes to about the 19. Disappears in a pile.
Brunel got the first touchdown on the first drive. Brunel got the first touchdown 5 times first drive, having carried the ball 5 times, continuing 55 exactly where he left off here. Just continuing 3 more nice carries on this drive. Off here. Columbus already knocking on the door nice carries on this drive. At the Foxes 20 already knocking on the door once again at the Foxes 20-yard line.
Last play. Anyways, it's now a second down. Tackle on that last play. Anyways, it's now a second down as they snap the ball. Play is blown dead. Wait a minute. As they snap the ball, play is blown dead. So it's going to be a 5-yard penalty on Columbus for illegal procedure. So that's going to push him back. It'll be second and about 9. Ball now is at the 23 of Omro. So after the 5-yard penalty, 2nd and 9 for Columbus. Cotter again out of that pistol with a man in motion. And he takes the handoff. That's Hirschleb. No, beg your pardon. That's Morris. Coming to the near side. Morris took the handoff, but he can't turn the corner. And he's pushed down over near the Foxes bench. Good pursuit that time by the Foxes defense as Morris took the handoff and was going out wide to the left side, just could not turn the corner and head upfield. He actually lost 2 yards on the play. So Columbus all of a sudden going backwards. This is the first momentum we've seen in the game for Omro, as it's now 3rd down and 11 for Columbus. And the ball now at the Foxes 25-yard line. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Back to throw Cotter, throws left side. Anderson makes the catch along the sideline, breaks 1 tackle. He's down inside the 10, and he gets pushed out of bounds. After getting inside the 10-yard line, Doms along with Kyle Dietzen to force him out of bounds. But he got the first down, and Columbus with another 1st and goal as they've got it at about the 8, maybe the 7. They're going to call it the 7-yard line. 1st and goal for Columbus. They're going to put 3 receivers on the who takes the snap. Throws right side. Caught. That is Campbell, I believe. And, yep, he made the catch and got inside the 5 to about the 3 before he got sandwiched and taken down by a couple of defenders. 5:22 and counting left in the first quarter. It's 6-0 Columbus. They're threatening for more. After that pickup there of about 4, it's 2nd and goal from the 3. Boy, wouldn't this be something here for the Cardinals to go up by double digits early. 2nd and goal, Columbus at the 3-yard line of Omro. Cotter takes it, hands it to Brunel, right side, cut back. Brunel, he is in to the end zone. Touchdown, Columbus. Brunel with his 2nd scamper to pay dirt tonight. This one from 3 yards out. And with 4:51 to go, first quarter, it's 12-0 in favor of the Cardinals. So Brunel had a 10-yard scamper earlier. This one, a 3-yard touchdown run. And I would imagine after the extra point on the first touchdown being blocked that they'll go for 2 here.
3-minute and 48-second drive. Took them 6 plays. Very similar, Mike, to the first drive of the ball game. And
was that 52 yards?
The first drive was 52. This one was
this was 52.
55. This one was 52.
And they go for 2.
Going for 2. Oops,
and the ball is fumbled, and it's recovered by Omro. So the 2-point conversion try fails. 4:51 to go in the opening stanza. And it's Columbus 12, Omro. And they limit your mobility and prevent you from enjoying the activities you love. At BDCH's Institute for Movement and Orthopedics, they utilize the latest in surgical solutions to help you live pain-free. They're able to seamlessly maximize your mobility because their team of experts, from orthopedic surgeons to physical therapists, collaborate to customize a plan that will reclaim your quality of life. To find out how they can keep you moving, visit bdch.com/IMO. What a start for Columbus, Tim.
Well, I'll tell you what, I had a nice chat with the coaching staff prior to the ball game, Mike, as we got up here a little bit early. We pretty much followed the team bus into the parking lot here tonight.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
And, yeah, they were very confident and thought that they had things under control here tonight. And, boy, I'll tell you what, thus far they've just had their will at the point of attack. And Caden Brunel is just a man possessed thus far.
Well, I know that when I talked with Calvin Zenz this week, he was pretty excited about Brunel and what he's showing us already and what he's going to be able to do this year. Here's the kickoff, end-over-end kick, a short kick, and it's going to be taken near the 15. And straight up the gut on the return for Omro. That was Caden Besaw. Caden Besaw on the return, and he got hit pretty good as he went straight up the middle. And they mark it Again, it's hard to see those yard lines. 28-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Foxes as they move left to right. Handoff, and that is Marquesh as he goes off the left side, gets across the 30 out near the 35, and he gets tripped up near the 35-yard line. They'll mark it right there. That's a gain of about 7. 2nd and 3 coming up for the Foxes. 4:27 to go in the opening period. And it's a 12-0 lead in favor of Columbus. 2 touchdowns by Caden Brunell, both on the ground, a 10-yarder and a 3-yarder. That's what we've got so far. 2nd and a short 4 or a long 3. Take your pick. And again, on the ground, they keep it. That is, I believe that was Marquesh again. It was, number 42. Marquesh on the carry gets a first down and more as he takes it across the 40 to about the 43-yard line. Kendall Minnick makes the tackle for Columbus, and so it's 1st and 10, Omro, as they now have it at their own 43-yard line, just shy of. And Wellhafer takes the snap, hands it off, and that is Garrett Doms. Nope. Did he? Didn't get much. Tackle was made by Austin Rennock. Gain of only about 2. They'll mark it at the 44, and it's 2nd and a short 9 or a long 8. For Omro, they'll put a receiver to each side. Out of the pistol is Wellhafer. He's going to keep it, and he gets pummeled as he tried to go up the middle. And I'm just trying to see the number on the jersey. It was Rennock again.
That was Kendall Minnick.
And Minnick was there, yes. Whoa. Minnick was there too. Wow. Holy mackerel. Big hit. It's a gain of only about 1. 3rd down and 8. The ball's at the 44-yard line, just shy of the 45. Columbus defense looking to come up big here on this 3rd down play and get the ball back for that offense that we've seen in pretty good fashion already. Here's a throw. Wellhafer incomplete. He was trying to hit Stachura out on the near side. Stachura was open. The problem was the throw, a little bit underthrown actually, and hit the ground. It was a low throw, and Stachura not able to dig it out. So it's incomplete, and this will be another punting situation for the Foxes.
Well, the receiver right now catching this punt, Mike, is looking right into the setting sun. So beware here. This is in the official, for you folks at home that are watching the video, the official back there is putting his hand up to try to prevent. Whoop, there's
high
the
floater, and
fumble.
Brunell, and he bobbled the catch, but was able to secure it to prevent any turnover. And they're going to mark it just shy of the 30 at about the 28-yard lines. 28-yard line, leading 12-0 here at Omro. 2:17 to go in the first period.
Time of possession, always a big thing in high school football, and thus far, Columbus really taking care of that particular statistic.
Getting set for a first down play.
Ooh, we got a mix-up here, boys.
3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Out of the gun, there is Cotter, and he fakes the handoff. He's going to run with it. Now he throws. Out to the near side, it's caught. Yep, by, that's Campbell, who spun his way out across the 40 to about the 43-yard line. So it's another first down for Columbus, a gain of 15. And a 1st and 10 for the Cardinals.
Mike, I'm going to tell you what. They might want to put that one in the playbook, because that was goofed up from the beginning. But that was a lateral, to be very honest. That ball went backwards, even though we called it a pass in the stat book.
On 1st and 10, the handoff. Brunell straight ahead across the 45, pushing his way out across midfield to the 50-yard line before being tackled on the play by Easton Potratz, the junior defensive tackle. But it's still a gain of 7. And a 2nd and 3 coming up for Columbus. They're now in Omro territory once again. 2nd and 3 from the Foxes' 49-yard line. Under a minute to play first quarter. And on this second down play, handoff, Brunel, straight ahead, gets pushed back.
Right at the stick.
Doms, the inside linebacker that forced him back, and he's just a little bit shy of the yard to gain, so it's going to be third and less than a yard for Columbus as they've got the ball now just shy of the Omro 47-yard line.
Kelvin Zenz on the far sideline signaling in the plays to Will Cotter.
And on this third and very short, handoff goes to Brunel, and a second effort, he got it. He was initially impeded, but a second effort, and he was able to get the yardage necessary. That was Cody Brueggemann along with Easton Potratz there on the stop for Omro. And that's the end of the quarter. So the first quarter has come to a close with our score at the end of 1, Columbus 12, and Omro nothing. Well, if you're looking for less hassle and more convenience, Columbus Family Dental is where you need to be. Dr. Adam Forster and his entire team offer a wide variety of services, from cleanings and x-rays to orthodontics, implants, periodontics, endodontics, cosmetic services, and more. Avoid the hassle of having to see multiple dentists. Let Columbus Family Dental provide you with convenience. For more information, you can contact them at 920-623-5559. And again, our game tonight brought to you not only by Columbus Family Dental, but also by Beaver Dam Community Hospital, Air Care, Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Kevin Carnine, your American Family Insurance agent, quarter of this non-conference season opener here at Drobnik Field at Omro High School. And as we start the second period, it's Columbus 12 and Omro nothing.
And we look across the way, Mike, at the beautiful rows of soybeans in the distance. But there's a few Columbus folks that have made the trip, but everybody else is at home listening or watching us live on the video stream.
And the first play of the second quarter is blown dead. This is going to be procedure on Columbus. So it's going to turn the 1st and 10 into a 1st and 15. It's going to push them back across the other side of the 50-yard line, back to their own 49. Columbus in this second quarter, as you can see on the video stream, moving left to right. And now we have another delay. I think they're something to do with the clock.
Yeah,
they're resetting
that play
it.
never
happened.
actually ran. Shouldn't have.
Okay.
So we got 12 minutes left in this quarter.
So here we go. And out of the gun, Cotter takes the snap, throws it left side. It's caught by Joe Morris, and he steps out of bounds on the far side at the 45, or just shy thereof. Let's see where they mark it here. Yeah, just shy of the 45, so it's a gain of 5, and really back to the original line of scrimmage, more or less. So that'll set up second and about 10, maybe a little less than that for Columbus. To receive, who takes the snap, throws it off the hands of Evan Anderson. It went high in the air, and then diving for a possible interception was Garrett Doms. He was not able to come up with it. Oh, that's dangerous. That ball hit the hands of the intended receiver, as you saw on the screen, bounced high in the air, and it was a free-for-all, but it was just out of the reach of Doms.
Little surprise, Mike, on the phone, on the call right there, in the fact that Columbus loosened him up a little bit on the 1st and 15 throw with the 6-yard gain, and thought they might go back to Brunel again, but opted to go to the pass again. Well, now we're definitely in a passing situation here with 3 receivers split to the near side.
It trips to the right. 1 receiver left. Cotter out of the gun, takes the snap. Intercepted at the 42 to the 50. Down to the 35 of Columbus, and finally tripped up near the 30-yard line. That ball was intercepted by Kyle Dietzen, the inside linebacker. And a big return after that, and the Foxes now have life. They're going to mark it down at the 31-yard line of Columbus. But Dietzen was right there playing center field, Tim, and able to grab it and take off.
Yeah, I'm going to go back again to the play calling, Mike, on that one. Those last 2 plays really surprised me.
So 1st and 10 for Omro now at the Columbus 31. Wellhafer back to throw. He's going to launch it downfield, and it is going to be incomplete, and he overshot the intended receiver. He was trying to hit Seth Potratz, and that was Evan Anderson, the cornerback out there in coverage. Year with an outstanding season defensively. I believe he had, it was 8 interceptions, and that was tied for the state lead.
Yep.
So this guy he can play D. And they're excited to have him back, obviously. On second down, this is Marquesh out to the right side, 25, down near the 20, and a first down, I believe. They gave it to Clayton Marquesh, and yep, he's got the first down as he takes it inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. So that's a gain of 12. That'll move the chains. We're 1 minute and 7 seconds into the second quarter. Columbus up 12-0, but Omro now with its first real threat of the game. They've got a 1st and 10. The Foxes do on the Cardinals' 19-yard line. Wellhafer barks out the signals, takes the snap, and hands it off. Marquesh again as he tries to go up the middle, and he gets down around the 10-yard line. Another nice gain. Did he get he might be just a little bit shy of the stick, though. Yeah, he's going to be just a little bit less than a yard shy. It'll be 2nd and less than a yard for the Foxes.
Just goes to show how quickly momentum can change in high school football. Columbus absolutely in control of the line of scrimmage, and with a 2nd and 10, and decided to put it in the air, and 2 plays in a row, and the second one cost him with the interception.
And
you can't do that.
2nd and less than a yard.
I guess you can.
And this is Wellhafer. He keeps it down, pushing his way inside the 5, down near the goal line, and Wellhafer on the quarterback keeper. He's the coach's son. Down to the 1, so it's a 1st and goal from the 1 after a gain of about 8 yards. All right, on 1st and goal, it's single receivers to each side. Wellhafer on the keeper, pushing his way forward. Did he get in? There's no signal. Wellhafer on the keeper. He did not get in. So good defense that time by Columbus to set up a 2nd and goal now. The ball is just shy of that goal line. I mean, it is so close. Approaching the 9-minute mark and counting of this second period. Glad to have you with us tonight on dailydodge.com. Hope you're enjoying this webcast of the game. And now it's 2nd and goal for Omro. Inside the Columbus 1. Wellhafer barking out the signals. Wellhafer will take the snap, going to keep it again, lowers the shoulder, and is he in?
Yep.
Touchdown Omro. Now they signal. So Wellhafer with a 1-yard scamper, and with 8:45 left to play until halftime, the Foxes are on the board. It's now 12-6 Columbus with the extra point attempt pending. So let's see what they do here. They will attempt the extra point. This is going to be Marquesh. Clayton Marquesh to try and plenty of leg on that kick. It is up, and it is good. So with 8:45 left to play until intermission, it is now Columbus 12, Omro 7. Officially, that goes down as a 1-yard touchdown run for the quarterback, Wellhafer.
Wellhafer, the coach's son, and you can tell he's got some moxie out there in the football field. And by the way, we've got a coach and coach's son on the Columbus side as well. Herschlip, you better believe it.
Yeah, Tegan's father is one of the assistant coaches.
Chris is the assistant coach, and needless to say, very proud of the fact that he's the defensive backfield coach for the Cards. And we'll just run through the assistant coaches, of course, led by Calvin Zenz, Chris Herschleb, the aforementioned, Jason Brunel, Jared Fox. Hey, we got another one there, by the way, Jason Brunel. Holy smokes.
That's right.
How could we forget that?
Can't
Marshall
forget,
guy.
No, yeah.
He's a Marshall guy, you know. And Jared Fox, longtime coach. Tim Stormer, just newly appointed as the baseball coach at Columbus High School as well. Dale Fuzzy Hersberg. He's a legend.
Yes, he is.
And I'm not saying in his own mind either, folks. He is a legend, without a doubt. Colton Lysis and Elliot Wolf. Statistician Eric Cotter. I think I know that guy.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know Eric Cotter? Basketball official. There's a little family tradition going on there too. He's the quarterback's father.
Clayton Marquesh will kick it away for Omro as they now are within 5 all of a sudden. And this is Campbell up the sideline. He's already across the 40, 45, cutback spins across the 50. Wait, he stepped out.
Oh,
he stepped out. But my goodness, just a blaze of speed up that far sideline from the 15 out near the 45 or so before he was ushered out of bounds. And they're going to mark it actually around, looks like the 43 maybe, or let's see here. Now they're going to, 44, I beg your pardon. So again, this is great field position for Columbus. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals on their own 44 with 8:36 to go in the first half. Been a good one so far. It's 12-7 in favor of the Cardinals. Omro getting on the board just a moment ago. On 1st and 10. Handoff Cotter, Brunel through a hole right side. He's out across the 45-50. He's got room. 45-40. Right sideline. 30. He could go. 20. 10. 5. Touchdown Columbus. No flags on the play as Caden Brunel takes it 56 yards to the house, and it's 18-7 Cardinals. Oh my goodness.
Well, Mike, how many times have we said that Columbus actually throughout this entire game has had control of the line of scrimmage? And once again, it's shown as Caden Brunel now with 12 carries for 136 yards and, most importantly, 3 TDs.
Well, once he got out here on the right side, he had plenty of real estate. There was only one man that could possibly catch him, and he couldn't do it. All right, so the Cardinals will now attempt the conversion try here, and so Morris will kick it out of the hold of Anderson. Here's the snap back. Ball is down, kick is up, plenty of leg this time, and it is good. So, with 8:17 remaining until halftime, it is now Columbus 19 and Omro 7, and that was impressive. That's a 56-yard touchdown run for
Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam. We are a second-generation family-owned business that has been in the Beaver Dam community for over 25 years. Our goal is to make the process of buying a vehicle fun again. No pressure, no hassle, just quality customer service from our friendly and experienced sales staff. So give us an opportunity the next time you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle. The worst that can happen is we shake hands and part as friends, and if you catch us on the right day, you can enjoy one of Mom's amazing homemade cookies. Let our family take care of your family at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam.
Well, 8:17 left in the opening half of play here at a beautiful, beautiful Omro High School football field. It's Drobnik Field. What a gorgeous night. This is about as good as it gets on August 23rd, my friends. You could not ask for a better night. And we've got a good one here right now. 19-7, Columbus on top, but we've got a long way to go as we're not even to halftime.
Well, true, Mike, but that last play, I'll just check my stats very quickly. Oh, that was one play in 18 seconds.
At 56 yards for a score.
That one was
going to be Joe Morris once again to kick it for Columbus. And here's the boot, end over end kick. And Stachura near the 15 to the 20. And up the sideline, and he will get
nice
tackled by Brunel at around the 30-yard line. I beg your pardon, that was Caden Besaw. Beg your pardon, Besaw on the return.
I'm just wondering, Mike, how could you possibly get a number wrong? I mean, there's such, there's so easy to see.
I'm fired.
Brand new uniforms.
I'm fired. I'm done.
Brand new uniforms. All right.
Well, that was the Omro number. I missed that time. So you can't.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, so I really should be fired after that one. So. Anyways, it's 1st and 10 for the Foxes on their own 30-yard line, moving right to left as we approach halftime. 8:12 to go in the first half. Wellhafer back to throw. Right side it is. Low throw, and that to hit the ground. Yep. And, well, I tell you what, Caden Stachura tried to fool the referees, but you could see it hit the ground, and so unfortunately that's an incomplete pass.
A telling stat here right off the get-go, Mike, and I think this is going to tell a story as the night continues. Wellhafer 0 for 4 through the air, whereas Columbus's Will Cotter is 4 for 7 for 53 yards. So
nice compliment to Brunel and all the ground attack.
Absolutely, without a doubt.
Chewing up the yards. On second down, Wellhafer off the keeper right side, gets tripped up from behind as he crossed the 35-yard line. And I want to say that was Burbach out there.
Burbach on the tackle. I wonder how many times I've said that. Way back in the day. Holy smokes. Although that's Josh Burbach's kid, I think. Chances are. Number 44 in your, 1978 program? Just kidding, Josh.
On 3rd and 4 after a gain of 6. They'll keep it on the ground, do the Foxes, and the ball carrier that time was Marquesh, and he got enough to get the first down as he brings it across the 40 to the 41-yard line. So a gain of about 4, and then it's a fresh set of downs for the Omro Foxes. 7:20 and counting left in the first half. A beautiful sunset tonight here in Omro, and right now the Foxes are driving into the setting sun as they trail by 12. And it's a 1st and 10 on their own 41-yard line. They play it very close to the vest, and that time it was Garrett Doms on the carry. Doms out across the 40 to the 45-yard line, gain of about 4. It'll set up 2nd and 6. You've got Doms and Marquesh. One is wearing 42, one is wearing 43, so we got to be real careful. We call the right one. That was Doms that time. He wears number 43. And with 6:44 and counting left until they blow the horn, or actually get to halftime here, it's going to be a 2nd and 6 for Omro. Handoff, this is Marquesh, right side, 45, 50. Flag on the play as he dives across the midfield stripe into Columbus territory. There is a penalty marker down. We'll see what the call is.
Normally in the area of offensive holding.
And yes, that's exactly.
Thank you, folks.
Hey, I just got a nice text message from the boss back at the studio who's tuning in tonight. So always nice to hear from Ryan.
Oh, that Ryan.
That Ryan. Yes, that Ryan.
I hear he's quite the golfer.
Is he? Maybe he should join us tomorrow when we play.
Ryan, you're in. Hey, give Trotson a call. We're playing tomorrow, and I want to see how good you really are.
Well, you don't have anything to worry about with me. We know that. 2nd down and 13 after that penalty from the... Oh, wait a minute. Before another flag comes out.
They've done this a number of times. They've put their hands on the ground, and then there's 2 or 3 of them moving at the same time. You can't do that.
Well, another penalty on Omro. This is going to push the ball. They're going the wrong way all of a sudden here. It's back to the 33-yard line. They have to get out to the 49 of Columbus, so this is going to be 2nd down and 18 for Omro. 6:10 and counting left in the first half. 19-7, Columbus on top by a dozen. And now it's 2nd and 18. Omro back at the 33-yard line. And Wellhafer on the keeper, up the middle, spins, breaks a tackle, and then gets taken down in a pile at the 35-yard line. So he got... Let's see, forward progress, they might give him an extra yard or 2. Yeah, they're going to put it out at about the 37. So he actually did get about 4, maybe a little bit less than that on the play. But it's still going to be 3rd down and roughly 14, almost 15 yards to go. So the ball at the 37 of Omro. And the Foxes will be faced with 3rd and 15. Wellhafer hands it off to Marquesh. Right side, trying to turn the corner. 40, I beg your pardon, and then he gets taken down. Inbounds, so the clock still running. Burbach with another tackle for Columbus. And it's going to be 4th down and roughly 9 to go after a pickup of about 5 on that last play.
Marquesh with 6 carries for 44 yards, whereas Ben Wellhafer, the quarterback, 7 carries for 22. Held in check for the most part.
And this is Dobbs back to punt for Omro, and he gets the punt away. Floater, and taken at the 25. This is Campbell, left side 25, center step 30, cut back, and he's going to be taken down. Tackled on the play by Dietzen. So a short return that time of about 6 yards, and Columbus will take over. 1st and 10. And they're going to have the ball at their, well, they're going to mark it right at the 30-yard line. So they moved it back just a smidge.
They like to do that in high school.
They do.
Did you ever notice that?
I noticed that, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you and I have done this long enough. We've seen just about everything in the last 23 years that you and I have been together. 1st and 10, Columbus. Cardinals from their own 37-yard line, leading by a dozen. Handoff goes to Brunel straight ahead and got across the 30, I should say, but then got pushed back. It looks like that was Easton Potratz was the defender to bring him down. He had some help from his friends. And it was a gain of 3 on that play. 2nd and 7 coming up now. Cardinals from their own 33, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Out of that gun again is Cotter, and gives it right back to Brunel. And he's going to be wrapped up and dropped for a loss on the play. Making the initial hit was Kyle Dietzen, and he impeded him enough that his teammates, Dietzen's teammates, were able to get there and finish him off. So it's a no gain or loss. Yeah, they're going to just call it 3rd and 7. Bag of the 33-yard line with 3:26 and counting left until the break. A rapidly moving first half here tonight in Omro. Somebody must have dinner plans after this one. This is a quickly moving game thus far. It's been a good one. Been a fun one. Yeah. The scoreboard operator, he just raised his hand. You going downtown, gentlemen, after the game tonight? Yep, that's what I thought. We know how it works in small towns. And this is Cotter on the keeper as he gets out to the 40 and across the 40. I think you got it too.
Nice play.
He dove across the 40, and I think they're going to mark it. Ooh. Yeah, they're just enough, it looks like, to get it. So that's a gain of 7, maybe 7 1/4.
You know, that's the kind of play right there that you need to have in your offense. The outside with Campbell and Hirschleb and who else has showed some? Oh, Morris. Hey, those young men have some quickness. But if you can have that third dimension with Will Cotter running the football, even if he only does it 2 or 3 times a half, that's something badly needed.
1st and 10. Cotter out of the gun. He's being chased. He's in
good.
trouble. Cotter is. And he didn't get rid of it, and he's sacked on the play. He was sacked by Frost. Rickon Frost makes the tackle, drops him for the loss. Boy, it's a big loss, too. -8. And it's back to the 32-yard line where it'll be 2nd and 18. Yeah, I'm shocked he didn't get rid of the ball there, but
he'll learn.
And that's it. I mean, remember, we talked about it. He started 1 game last year. He got injured the next week, and he has not played since. And so he's got some adjustments to make yet. Out of the gun, here's Cotter again, looking to throw, steps up, and he's going to run to the left side 30, sideline 35, and he's going to be ushered out of bounds near the 40-yard line. Oh, wait, they're going to keep the clock running. So looks like that's going to be a gain of about 7 or 8 on the play. Yeah, they're going to mark it at the 39, but the clock, as we said, continuing to run. So it's 3rd down and 11 for the Cardinals at their own 39. Minute 20 to go in the half, 19-7. Columbus maintains the lead on the road here at Omro, but don't go anywhere, folks. We've got a lot of football left to be played tonight.
Here, you might just want to keep it close to the vest.
And trying to go into the locker room with the lead,
Well.
On 3rd and 11, a little toss to Hirschleb across the middle, makes the catch. He's the 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, and brought down at about the 37-yard line. And Caden Besaw with a tackle to prevent more damage. But my goodness, Hirschleb caught that one across the middle and just sprinted up the field through traffic.
Coming back.
and it all goes for naught. Oh, my goodness.
I was just about to say,
I didn't see the flag.
That's why Calvin Zenz is the coach and not me, because I'm just, tell him to run it into the line. Yeah, right. But, hey, that's a great-looking play, and I'm going to come back to that one a little later on. That was a, what do they call that one? It's not a screen. It's, gosh, I haven't seen a football game on television yet this year to get into my memory bank.
There was one last night, but it wasn't really worth watching. Let me tell you that. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah. Wow.
Oh boy.
Well, that was the 80-yard field.
80-yard field in Winnipeg.
Yeah. Okay. Uh-huh.
We're playing on a regulation field here tonight in Omro. How about that? Why didn't the Packers move that game to Omro? I mean, this is a gorgeous
facility. They would have had a full house.
They would have had a full house. I mean, there's hot air balloons over the field, beautiful sunset, soybeans in the background. I mean, why didn't the Packers and Raiders move it here? I don't get it.
Hey, we're entertaining.
We are.
They don't know about our.
By the way, timeout has been called.
Okay, good. And we usually talk about on the air. And, they're a little bit amused. They're new to this, so understandable. They'll get sick and tired of it pretty quick, like most people.
53 seconds remaining in the second quarter. It's 19-7. Columbus on top of Omro. And as we get back to reality here for just a moment, it's going to be 3rd down and 26 when we come back to live action. 3rd and 26 for Columbus. But again, you know what? And I know it's only 2 quarters of football, Tim Haldeman, but I'm very impressed with the energy, and from what I'm seeing both sides of the ball from Columbus, 2 quarters is not going to make your season, but when you look at where this squad has been the last couple of years, this is a very, very positive start for this team, and they need this. They need a shot in the arm right now.
To me, it's very apparent that the big boys up front have spent some time in the weight room.
Yes,
it is really
the line of scrimmage.
You're going to win the games up front, folks, and that's where they're winning it right now.
Back to live action. Cotter out of the gun. Steps up. He's going to launch it. Ooh. Down the field. Incomplete. It was well overthrown as he wanted to hit Morris. Morris had 2 defenders out there in the vicinity. But the ball, no chance on that one. Besaw and Wellhafer were in coverage, but that ball well overshot. 48 seconds left in the half, and now 4th and 26 coming up for Columbus back at their own 24.
And the sun has set, folks. And we're going to need some light in this booth here. That's the only light we got?
They don't turn on the big ones back here because there's a glare off the window, apparently.
Okay.
So that's what they told me. So I have one word for you, Tim, flashlight. All right, here's a punt. And a high floater will be taken at the 40. It's actually a fair caught at the 47 by Stachura. Cade Stachura fields it at the 47. So with 42 seconds left in the half, it's 19-7. Columbus leading by a dozen. And the Foxes actually have some decent field position. And if I'm reading that right, they have a couple of timeouts left as well. So see if they may try to do something here. 1st and 10 for Omro. Foxes on their own 47. Late second quarter, and Wellhafer and the keeper not going anywhere. And I tell you what, that was a great defensive play by Austin Rennock, the defensive tackle, 5'9" junior. He got there in a hurry, and Wellhafer wasn't going much of anywhere. As a matter of fact, no gain or loss on the play.
I'll tell you what,
2nd and 10.
If Austin Rennock wants to go out for wrestling, he can go out for wrestling.
That's a nice play.
He manhandled Wellhafer like he was a rag doll.
2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Wellhafer back to throw on second. He's going to launch it towards the right side, and it is going to be incomplete. Boy, it was a jump ball out there. My goodness. Campbell was the out there in coverage. Chance at it, and it falls to the turf. Incomplete. 6 seconds remaining in the half. It's now a 3rd and 10 for Omro from their own 47-yard line. So this likely, barring penalty or something, would be probably the last play of the half. But, well, why not go for it here? I mean, absolutely. I mean, that's...
Absolutely. I do a little hook and ladder type deal here.
Well, you little
That's what
Daffy
I
Duck
do.
or something
Yeah.
like that, yeah.
Something.
And they're going to
goofy.
put trips to the right, 3 receivers to the right side, single back behind Wellhaver. He's going to go back to throw again. Launching it towards the right sideline. Jump ball. It is incomplete, almost intercepted. And that is the end of the first half of play here at Drobnik Field at Omro High School on a gorgeous Friday evening. 2 quarters of play in the books in this non-conference season opener. And at halftime, on Parents' Night, it is Columbus 19 and Omro 7. Again, our game tonight here on DailyDodge.com is brought to you by Beaver Dam Community Hospital, Air Care, Columbus Family Dental, Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Kevin Carnine, your American Family Insurance agent, and Landmark Credit Union. Alongside my good friend and partner, Tim Haldeman. My name is Mike Tronson. Happy to have you with us tonight. Justin Wilski is our videographer here tonight. He does a great job. Justin, thanks for all you do. We appreciate that. And we're glad to have you tuned in for the first high school football game of the week. That's right, this year, something new as we are webcasting all of our games of the week every Friday night right here on DailyDodge.com. We will have a game here on Daily Dodge, and it's going to be the Cambria-Friesland Hilltoppers traveling to Juneau to take on the Dodgeland Trojans. That'll be a 7 o'clock kickoff and a 6:45 pregame report from Dodgeland High School in Juneau. Tim Haldeman will be there, and Wade Bates will be joining Tim next week as I'll be on assignment up in the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul. So, Tim, you get a break from me right away in week 2, and I'll rejoin you 2 weeks from tonight when we go to Madison. But, yeah, something new, as we said, we're excited about it this year. We hope that you fans at home enjoy this rather new format that we're trying out. And every week you can tune into Daily Dodge no matter where you are on the planet, and you can catch the video stream of our games of the week.
And, folks, we want to know. We want to know, call the radio station. Don't everybody call at once on Monday morning at, 8 o'clock. But, yeah, I mean, if you're opposed to us not being on the air live on 95X, hey, don't be afraid. Call the folks that run the show, and those that enjoy it, please do, If you want to complain about the broadcasters, just complain about
They've been
Mike.
doing that for years. I mean, really.
Okay. But, yeah, I've talked to a number of people about this whole thing, and it, like you say, it's a change for us. It's a change for everybody out there. So, the wave and the new thing that's going to happen as this world goes more technology.
Well, let's face it, we're creatures of habit, and change doesn't come easy. And I will be the first to admit that I don't always handle change maybe as well as I could. But
and you're in your 40s,
and I'm
in my 60s.
But I mean, I have to admit, I'm the first to admit it. I don't always adapt well at first to change. But you know what? This is something that we're doing this year that I am going into it completely with an open mind. You know what? The world is changing,
right.
And so we can't. You can't always sit back and do it the way you've done it for the last 43 years. And
well,
I don't think that this is necessarily a bad thing. In fact, I'm excited about the opportunity this gives us doing it in this format.
It isn't new to us, Mike, because I think we did.
We streamed. We've been streaming for the last couple of seasons now, right?
Right.
But this is now exclusive streaming without the games being on the radio,
right.
Which I know that some people maybe that's going to be a little bit tough to get used to. But, maybe the farmers that were out in the barns or on the in the combines that were listening on the headset, or maybe if you were at work and you didn't have the computer in front of you or something like that. I understand that. I totally understand that. But I think for the rest of you folks, I think this is pretty exciting what we're doing.
Well, the biggest comment I got last year was the night in Houston'sford when I was feeding my face with popcorn on the air, and I had completed those in Australia and Chile and in Europe that were watching us worldwide on the web. watched me eating popcorn in Eustisford. So, we got to be careful what we're doing here as well.
So we've got a 12-point Columbus lead at the break. And before we run down the first half stats, let's take a 30-second break, and we're back after this on DailyDodge.com.
Look around. This book, this meal, this lamp, this world is made of dreams. So when people say American Family Insurance protects things, we shake our head no. Because we protect this, and everyone's dream is worth protecting. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
Contact the Kevin Carnine Agency, LLC at 920-887-9700 in Beaver Dam today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
But guess what? Funnier things have happened.
We're at halftime here at Drobnik Field at Omro High School. A beautiful night for high school football. It's week 1 of the 2019 season. And at the break in this non-conference season opener, it is Columbus 19 and Omro 7. And as we come back from the break, Tim Haldeman, let's take a look at some of the first half numbers.
Right, for the Columbus Cards tonight, they are led on the ground without a doubt by Caden Brunel, 14 carries for 100. Morris, 1 carry, and Campbell for 1 carry. Team stats, 17 carries for 148 yards for the Cards on the ground tonight. Will Cotter, 4 for 8 through the air for 53 yards for a grand total offensively of 201 yards. And I'll tell you what, you talk to the coaching staff, Mike, prior to the game, and you tell them that you're going to have 200 net yards at halftime, you're going to be thrilled to death because, there's some guys out there that are probably playing their first varsity high school football game, and there's some jitters going through those veins of those young men. You can practice all day long, but, practice is practice. So they should be very thrilled about everything that's happened thus far. Taking a look at individual stats and team stats for the Foxes from Omro, the one that glares to me right off the get-go is 0 complete passes. 0 for Ben Wellhafer, 0 for 6 through the air. Wellhafer on the ground, 8 carries for 22 yards from his quarterback position. Clayton Marquesh, 6 carries for 44. Garrett Doms, a couple of carries, and Strockstrom, 1 carry as well. But Columbus defense has held the Foxes to a grand total of 72 yards on 16 rushes. So, you can put a pencil to that, and you can quickly understand both ways, offensively and defensively.
Well, let's run down the first half scoring summary, and if I mention one name, Caden Brunel, that's going to tell you pretty much most of what you need to know. Anyways, the Cardinals got on the board a minute and 58 seconds into the contest. Caden Brunel with a 10-yard touchdown run to cap off I believe it was a 55-yard drive. The extra point was blocked, but Columbus led it 6-0, and we weren't even quite 2 minutes into the game. Then, with 4:51 left in the first quarter, Brunel struck again, this time a 3-yard touchdown run. The Cardinals went for 2. The 2-point conversion failed. 12-0 in favor of Columbus, and that was our score at the end of the first quarter. Flip ahead to the second period. We were 3 minutes and 15 seconds into the second quarter when Ben Wellhafer, the quarterback for Omro, took it into the end zone with his legs from less than a yard out. The extra point was tacked on by Marquesh to make it 12-7. So all of a sudden we had a 5-point game in favor of Columbus, but less than a minute later, Columbus and Brunel struck again. This time, Brunel ripping off a 56-yard touchdown run. The extra point was tacked on by Morris to make it 19-7 in favor of Columbus, and that was the last scoring play of the half, because here we are at the break now with Columbus in front by a dozen 19-7. So Brunel and 56 yards. Wellhafer, the only touchdown thus far for Omro was the 1-yard run. 19-7 in favor of Columbus at the break. I mentioned that Columbus this year, not very many road games on the schedule. This is one of only 3 road games on the schedule for Columbus this year. The Cardinals go home next week for the first of 5 straight weeks at home. They'll play Platteville next Friday night, August 30th. Then New Glarus Monticello on September 6th. Stratford comes to town on the 13th of September. Lakeside Lutheran on September 20th. And Lake Mills will come into Columbus on the 27th. The Cardinals have only 2 more road games the entire season after tonight. October 4th at Lodi and October 11th at Watertown Luther Prep before wrapping up in Week 9 at home against Point Ed. Meanwhile, for Omro, they will have a 2-game road trip starting next week. They'll go to Winneconne, just down the road, for a 7 o'clock kickoff. Then at Mayville on Friday night, September 6th. Their next home game is September 13th against Winnebago Lutheran. And actually, the Foxes, 4 of their next 5 games and 5 of their next 7 are all on the road. So kind of the opposite end of the spectrum as far as the Foxes are concerned, but that's the way it goes. Last year, Columbus was on the other side of this because last year Columbus had just 3 home games and 6 road games. So, you know, as you can see on the video screen here, is all the parents being introduced to the crowd at Omro High School. And like I said, I was a little surprised by that. Usually don't see that on week 1, but hey, you know what? I guess you got to do it sometime, and a beautiful night for the parents to be introduced and thanked for all that they do. Calvin Zenz, I believe, Tim, you can correct me if I'm wrong here, this is his 3rd season as head coach now of Columbus. He took over after Scott Hilber stepped down a couple seasons ago. Meanwhile, head coach Dave Wellhafer here at Omro, he's been around a long time. Dave Wellhafer, this is his, I believe, I want to say 20th year as head coach here at Omro. He spent 3 seasons as an assistant. He started here back in 1997 and then took over as head coach in 2000. That would make this his 20th, the start of his 20th season. So he's been here a long time. Omro has had a pretty darn good program over the years. We mentioned the fact that the Foxes were in the state semifinals back in 2015. Columbus, not that far removed from a couple of good seasons too. We talked about the struggles the last few years, but you know, Columbus was 11-1 in 2016. They were 10-2 back in 2015. That's not that long ago. And so those 2 seasons, they lost only 3 games combined. But, you know, like I said, very impressed with the vibe I'm getting here so far tonight. Tim, again, this is not going to, one half of football is not going to make or break your season, but very positive start. I like the energy. They looked at,
and it appeared that way, Mike, in the pregame. When I was out there in the field, and I understand that any high school kid, just prior to his first game, you know, you're undefeated. You've been pounding each other in practice for the last 3 weeks, and now you get to pound on somebody else that you don't know. And that's what football is all about. I mean, it's, you know, precision on offense, and on defense you can sort of let it go sometimes, you know. And I just felt that there was a real good aura in talking to the coaches. They were extremely confident. So, you know, and it's been that right from the get-go. I mean, they've dominated, to be very honest, except for that one 6-play drive that an errant throw by Cotter and picked off, and the Foxes set up with some really good field position at the 32-yard line and then took it in to score, got within 5, but immediately Columbus with a nice return out to the 44-yard line, and some 56 yards and 18 seconds later, the Cards back up by 2 scores once again.
Tim, you touched on it several times during the first half, the fact that Columbus was controlling the line of scrimmage. And one of the things I talked about with Coach Calvin Zenz in our chat this week on the telephone, he mentioned that he thought one of the areas that the team was better in this year is that they have more depth, and he mentioned that Columbus offensive linemen that return this year that have experience. And, you know, that's important when you've got guys, you've got hogs with experience up front. And so we're seeing that here in the first half tonight. You mentioned a couple times. That's a big reason why, because they do have some depth at that spot.
Well, one thing I actually haven't mentioned to the folks at home, one thing I always do prior to the games, and we didn't have an opportunity prior to the ball game to give the folks at home this information, and that's the fact that these two clubs match up quite evenly on the front five. There's only a 5-pound difference when you take the 5 big boys up front. So it's not like Columbus is beating up on a bunch of little boys out there. That's
Omro's got some big boys too.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Omro's got some solid kids out there that maybe don't have quite the experience, and that might be the telltale story thus far.
Well, and to expand on that a little bit, Omro only has 7 seniors on the roster. And we've talked about it for years, Tim, you and I, that in most cases you need a lot of experienced upperclassmen if you're going to be successful in high school football. It's not impossible to win if you don't have a lot of seniors, but that is something that I know was a concern for Coach Wellhafer coming into this season, was the fact that there are only about 7 seniors. He's got a really nice junior class, a lot of juniors and sophomores on here, but there aren't per se that many seniors.
A brilliant person to figure it out that a 15-year-old young man is completely different than a 17-year-old young man, and especially those that have dedicated themselves to spend time in the weight room and spend time with their nose in a playbook and to spend time with coaches and to enjoy this game of football that teaches so many life lessons to these kids. It's just a fact of the matter that if you've got, sophomores and juniors going against seniors, most of the time the seniors are going to come out ahead.
So we're just about ready to start the second half, and it's going to be Omro to receive the second half kickoff. Remember, they won the coin toss before the game. They deferred, and so they'll get the ball to start this second half. 19-7 in favor of Columbus. They've Cardinals with 3 touchdowns from Caden Brunell in the first half, and they've got a 12-point lead as we start quarter number 3. This is our high school football game of the week here on DailyDodge.com. Mike Tronson, Tim Haldeman, Justin Wilski, and we thank you for tuning in. Next week, another high school game of the week, and we go to Juneau as the Dodgeland Trojans will entertain the Cambria Friesland Hilltoppers. That's 7 o'clock kickoff next Friday night, August 30th. Pre-game show at 6:45 with Tim Haldeman, and Wade Bates will be filling in for me next Friday night as I'll be in Minnesota. But I'll be back on assignment, yes. And looking forward to rejoining you, Tim, on some. Alrighty, so it'll be Omro moving from right to left in this third quarter of play. Joe Morris getting ready to kick it away. And back deep to receive, we've got Besaw and Statura back there as well for Omro. This game is far from over. I mean, Columbus has played well, but we've got a long way to go. So don't go anywhere, folks, because anything can happen. All right, so the ball is on the tee, as you see, and Morris getting ready to boot it away. Here we go. There's the whistle. And the approach by Morris, and the kick, end-over-end kick, angling toward the right side of the field, and that is Besaw near the 15-20, left sideline 25, out near the 30-yard line. And Besaw will be taken down at the 31-yard line, and that's where it'll be 1st and 10 for Omro as we are underway in the second half. Yeah, I think it's, I might be a little off, but I believe it's 9 consecutive years now that Omro has been in the postseason. So it tells you just how strong this program has been here. And Coach Wellhafer and his staff done a tremendous job. 1st and 10. And this is Wellhafer on the keeper, bouncing out to the left side, and the clock's running, so he was taken down inbounds. And it's a gain of only 2. So stop for Columbus.
Mike, very interesting for you folks at home that had a really good look at that. Everybody did their assignment. You know, everybody's got an assignment. The right end pushed him back in, into the linebacker spot so that he could make the play. Everybody just did the job, handled their men very well.
On 2nd and 8, Wellhafer back to throw, and it is going to be incomplete as he wanted to hit. He was looking for Job Fritz. He's a senior. Fritz was out here on the near side of the field, and the ball just a little bit off the mark. Fritz tried to stretch for it and could not come up with it. So it's going to be now a 3rd down and 8 for Omro at their own 33-yard line. And, boy, if you're Omro, you don't want to go 3 and out here to start second half. Down 12, you want to get some momentum going. Let's see if Columbus will get another stop. And on this 3rd down play, Wellhafer has it. Back to throw. Here comes pressure. He gets it off. It is caught, but shy of the 1st down marker. Campbell making the tackle after the catch was made by Cade Stachura, but Campbell was there immediately to wrap him up, and he's well shy of about almost 5 yards shy of the stick. So it's 4th down and about 4.5 yards to go. They'll mark it at the 37-yard line.
Well, Mike, the defensive back for Columbus just did the job.
That's Campbell.
Campbell just did the job so well. You know, he allowed him to get the square out, but he was right there to make the nice, clean tackle. They might want to send that highlight video to the...
Let's see what we got here. Oh, boy, if this is on Columbus.
Oh, yeah, that's a 1st down.
This is going to be a 1st down, I believe.
Yep.
They're going to mark it off right now, but I think absolutely. So, boy, inopportune time there for a penalty.
Well, that'll be a learning proposition.
Did you see what the call was? I didn't see the actual.
It was offside.
It was offside. Okay,
yeah.
Thank you.
I think what happened was they got 12 guys in the huddle. You can't do that.
Well, they just got to. They didn't catch it. The referees did not catch it. 1st and 10 now, and that's Marquesh across the 45 to about the 46. So he's going to pick up close to 4 on that play. Yep, and it's going to be 2nd and roughly 6 to go with the ball now at the 46-yard line of Omro.
Mike, right next door to us are the Columbus coaches, and they are not real happy right now. They expressed their dissatisfaction over that non-call.
Well, but the men in black and white didn't see it. We did. They didn't. Anyways, on 2nd and 6, Wellhafer hands it off. Bouncing out to the right side. On the carry that time was Garrett Doms. Doms taken down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And so that's a gain of 3. And it will be 3rd down and 3 now for Omro. And they are almost to midfield. 9:22 and counting left in the 3rd period. And on the scoreboard, it remains Columbus 19, Omro 7. Again, been a good one thus far tonight. Stay tuned, folks. 3rd and 3. We'll keep it. And he's going to get taken down for a loss. Let's see. Brunel was there. Who else was there? Was that Burbach again? I think he was there as well. And Miguel Miranda, senior, defensive tackle. He was there as well. And so it is a loss of 1, 4th and 4 coming up.
By the way, he's pretty easy to pick out.
Well, yeah, he's big boy.
6'1", 300.
6'1", 300. Wow. They call him Hot Lunch around Columbus High School. And here's the low snap back, but Doms gets the punt away. High floater taken at the 22. And this is Campbell. Cut back, across the 30, and out near the 34-yard line. So
well, I'll tell you what, Columbus dodged a bit of a bullet right there on that penalty that allowed the 1st down. Tell you what, Omro breaks one right there and gets back into the ball game. We got ourselves a ball game big time. And this one takes that drive away. Columbus with a football, their first opportunity here in the second half, 1st and 10 at their own 34.
So on 1st and 10 for Columbus, they move left to right here in the third quarter. Out of the gun is Cotter. Handing it off to Brunel. Right side he goes, breaks one tackle, 35. He's to the outside 40 and trying to break another tackle. He does, but he spins and then he's ushered out of bounds at the Omro bench. That was, let's see here, Wellhafer there to greet him. Dietzen was there. Statura was there.
Well, you might have heard me to try to get an extra inch or two. He'll figure it out. When you're that close and you got that much pursuit, get out of bounds.
Gain of 7, 2nd and 3. Cotter wants to throw left side, and it is caught. There's a flag down. Caught by Evan Anderson at the midfield stripe. There is a penalty marker down. So we'll check the call. This is going to be
illegal man downfield.
Yep, illegal man downfield on Columbus. So that one will be wiped away.
How do we remember that stuff from year to year, those signals? They don't even give us a test.
No, they don't.
They don't.
What was your name again? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That was, when the guy puts his hand on his head, you don't know if he's got a itchy scalp or if he's got a bad shampoo day.
All right, on 2nd down, this is Brunel on the carry. Oh, he gets stuffed as he tried to go up the middle.
Oh, we got a little action
there
going on downfield. Holy smokes, 15 yards downfield. There's an end and a D-back going at it down there. They're having a good time.
It's going to be 3rd down and about 7. Gain of only about 1 on that last play. So it's 3rd and 7 for Columbus. They've got the ball at their own 37, just shy of their 38-yard line. Leading 19-7 here at Omro. Single receivers to each side. And actually they're going to put now Morris out on that left side, so 2 out there. And Cotter takes the snap out of the gun, hands it up. 35, cutback, breaks the tackle, 25, 20, down to the 15-yard line before he's taken down. Caden Brunel almost took that one to the house. Statura and Doms with a touchdown-saving tackle, but a big gainer for Caden Brunel. He's doing it again.
48 yards in the carry, and Caden Brunel now with 17 carries for 195 yards, and the Cards already up to the line of scrimmage.
No huddle. Another handoff on 1st and 10 from the Omro 15. Flag is down. Yep, I believe so, as Brunel gets pushed back. Yeah,
wow. I mean, how many times are you going to ride that horse? I mean, Brunel just scampered 48 yards, running his heart out, and you don't even have a huddle, and you give it to him again. That is that's an athlete right there, folks. I want to tell you. Holding call. That one's going to come back 10 yards.
Yep, it will. They'll mark it back at the 25-yard line. So a 10-yard holding penalty is going to make it 1st and 20. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Brunel in the backfield. And as the ball is snapped, the play was blown dead. It's illegal procedure on Columbus, so another 5-yard penalty. It's going to make it 1st and 25. As they're going to put it back.
5-yard penalty moves the ball back to the 30-yard line. 1st and 25.
They've got to get down to the. Just getting some personnel. Do we have
No, the play is being signaled in.
Okay, there we go.
By Calvin Zenz from the sideline.
On 1st and 25, they snap it.
Tried to get a timeout.
Yeah, they tried to get a timeout, couldn't do it. And this is Brunel. And Brunel, through a hole off the right side of the line, gets inside the 25. Dietzen makes the tackle at about the 23-yard line. And it's a 6-yard pickup, 2nd and 19 coming up. Yeah, you could hear the coaches right next to us. They're screaming for a timeout. They didn't get it. And now 2nd and 19. From the 23 of Omro, Cotter hands it up. Brunel again, why not? Right side, breaks the tackle. He's inside the 20, pushing his way down inside the 15. Stachura makes the stop. But Brunel again doing it all. And it's going to be a third and about a short 9 or a long 8. Take your pick. The ball right now rests just inside the 15 at we'll call it the 14-yard line. Third and about 8. 5:16 and counting left in the third quarter. Columbus up 19-7, looking for more. And on 3rd and 8 for the Cardinals from the Foxes 14. Here's Cotter taking the snap, giving it back to who else? Brunel up the middle, center step, spins, and he gets taken down. Dom's got there. And he tried to spin away from Dom. It's going to bring up 4th down, but here at this point, you're in 4-down territory. You're up 12, you're in the red zone, so obviously another down here, another chance.
They might just call a timeout here, Mike. Well, maybe not.
Well, I guess they're not. With 4.5 minutes to go in the third. It's 4th down and 6 for Columbus. And on 4th down, Cotter has it. Looking to throw. It is incomplete. He wanted to hit Anderson over on the left side. The ball was just a little bit behind him. Coverage there by Caden Besaw, and there is a flag down on the far side of the field. It's on Columbus. Ineligible man, doesn't matter, it'll be declined, and the ball is going to go over on downs to Omro with 4:19 remaining in period number 3. The score remains the Cardinals 19 and the Foxes 7.
That was an interesting call. Illegal man downfield on a play that takes about 2.5 to 3 seconds to get rid of it. I'm not doubting the officials. I'd be the last guy to doubt the officials, but just sort of a interesting call. Maybe you folks at home can back up your computer and take a look. Can you do that?
On 1st and 10 for the Foxes on their own 12. This is a great defensive play made by who else? Caden Brunel. The ball carrier was Cooper Crockstrom, the senior, and Crockstrom trying to go left side and turn the corner, and that's a loss of 2 yards.
That's one thing the coach has mentioned to me, that they had probably at least 5, if not 6 guys going both ways tonight, and here again the weather plays a factor.
He doesn't look tired at all, does he? Boy, he came in barreling in the backfield.
Tackle.
Oh my! 2nd and 12 from the 10, and they'll keep it on the ground, and boy, nothing happening. Let's see here. The ball carrier was it Doms?
We're going to give
Doms was the ball carrier.
We're going to give him a couple.
Yeah, maybe 2. And Kendall Minnick was there to make the tackle for the Cardinals. 3:19 and counting left in the third. It's going to be 3rd down and 10 for Omro. Foxes have it at their own 12-yard line. Single receivers to each side. Wellhafer takes the snap out of the pistol, throws across the middle. Tipped and incomplete. Oh, Joe Morris got the big paw on it, trying to come up with the interception. It falls to the carpet, incomplete, and it's now 4th and 10 for Omro, and they'll have to punt it from the shadow of their own goalpost. 3:03 left in the third quarter. Columbus maintains the 19-7 lead, and now they're likely going to get very good field position out of this.
Well, they could have had better field position, Mike, if they'd have picked that one off.
Well, it was close.
Yeah, there was a number of guys that had the opportunity.
High snap. Doms gets the high floater off. Not a very long punt, but it's going to take an Omro bounce across midfield. It's going to go all the way down to the 42-yard line of Columbus, and you heard the coaches yelling in the back. Cardinals, they still have good field position here at their own 42-yard line. 2:53 left in period number 3.
The screaming next door, Mike, was the fact that they would have had an extra 20 yards up the field had somebody attempted to catch the ball.
Yes.
And field position, as we all know, I don't care if it's NFL or high school football or Pop Warner. It doesn't make any difference. Field position is the name of the game, and you get the ball at the opponent's 35 versus the 42 in your own territory. That's a huge difference.
On 1st and 10 for the Cardinals from their own 42, Cotter out of the gun, hands it off to Brunel. To the right side he goes, breaks a tackle, and scampers up the sideline, but he stepped out of bounds at around the 46-yard line, which would make that a gain of 4. And 2nd and 6 coming up for Columbus.
I just figured out why why Caden Brunel's doing so well. I had a little entertainment this afternoon. As most folks know, I like to play a little golf over at Kestrel Ridge in Columbus. And Caden's big sister, Carly, took care of me out there in the beverage cart this afternoon. Yep.
2nd and 6. Brunel takes the handoff, and he's in trouble in the backfield, and he's going to be tripped up. And that was Marquesh there, along with Doms, to bring him down. Well, that's one of the rare times tonight that they've been able to contain and actually drop Brunel. Was that no gain? Yeah, it looks like no gain or loss. So it's going to be 3rd down and a short 6 for the Cardinals from their own 47-yard line. Third quarter, 19-7. Columbus on top of Omro. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Again, out of that familiar pistol is Cotter. Takes the snap, throws it towards the right side. Well overthrown, as that one was intended for Campbell. Stachura was out there, the cover man, but nobody was going to be able to come up with that one, as it was well overthrown. And so now a 4th down coming up for the Cardinals. 4th and 6 for Columbus. And Morris will punt it. Morris is he's the punter, he's the kicker, he'll do extra point, he'll do it all. And Morris to punt. High snap, he leaps to get it, and he gets it off. And it's going to take a Columbus bounce, and it's going to go down inside the 20, down inside the 15 to the 14. They'll down it there, the Cardinals will. And so again, Omro will take over fairly deep in its own territory. 1st and 10. Foxes have it on their own 14-yard line. We're down to 1 minute and 50 seconds remaining in the third quarter of this non-conference season opener. You've got the Omro Foxes from the Flyway Conference, Columbus out of the Capital North, and right now, 19-7, Cardinals
and
leading the Foxes.
And a scoreless second half in the first
thus far.
10 minutes here.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Foxes, as Wellhafer throws, right side, dug out. It's caught out across the 15 to about the 16, goes to Chura. And 2 yards to the 16. So Stachura makes the reception for 2, and it's 2nd down and a long 8.
Gain of 1 in the play, 2nd and 9 for the 15.
And on 2nd down, Wellhafer out of the pistol, and we've got movement.
Yeah,
the flag comes out.
That looked way too much like the CFL.
So legal procedure is the call against the Foxes.
For a second, I thought it was the Winnipeg
Bombers.
Bombers.
Don't ask the Green Bay Packers their opinion of the CFL. Or the Oakland Raiders. So penalty pushes it back, and it's now 2nd down and about 13. Back to throw Wellhafer, launching it towards that right sideline. It is up for grabs. It is tipped and then bobbled, and it falls incomplete. My goodness, there were 3 Columbus defenders out there trying to go for that ball. Stachura was the intended receiver, and very, very lucky for Omro that it wasn't picked off, as that play was well defended by Columbus.
Well, the Foxes pretty much right now, they're just trying to get out of their own hole down here. And sorry, I didn't really mean that. Foxes out of their own hole. That just happened. I didn't do that on purpose. I apologize.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. Seriously.
All right, it's now 3rd down, and
ball is snapped.
It went to the ground. Now a flag comes out. Oh, my goodness. Cue the Benny Hill music there. Something got goofed up. It's a legal procedure on Omro. Now you're going to have that song in your head all night now, aren't you?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yes, you do.
I've heard of him, Benny Hill, but I haven't heard.
You've heard the yakety sax melody.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about.
I'll talk to Siri as soon as I get in the car, okay? She'll help me.
Tim is Googling it as we speak. What the heck is he talking about? It's 3rd and 20. And this is Wellhafer on the keeper. Out across the 15-20. Out to the 25-yard line. And he did, I believe. Or he's awfully close. Let's see where they mark it.
He got it.
They're marked. Yeah, he got the first down. Wow. What a run off the left side on the quarterback keeper by Wellhafer. That is a huge first down for the Foxes. They needed that badly. A fresh set of downs out to the 20-yard line. Beg your pardon, the 25, where it's 1st and 10. Boy, Wellhafer, that is badly needed. Keeps Omro in this game. 20 seconds and counting left in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 for the Foxes. They're now at their own 25-yard line. And the handoff, and that goes to Marcus. Fumbles the football! It's recovered by Columbus!
Beautiful. Who did the stripping?
And let's see, it was recovered on the play by Rennock. I'm not sure who got the hand on it. That is an unfortunate break there for Omro. After getting out of that deep hole with a big 3rd down run by Wellhafer, they turn it over, and it's 1st and 10 for Columbus now at the 27-yard line of Omro. 8 seconds left, 3rd quarter. Well, now you've got a chance, if you're the Cardinals here, to kind of put the knockout punch in, per se, if you can punch it in. Cotter out of the gun. Brunel standing next to him in the backfield. Cotter wants to throw. Looking down towards the right corner of the end zone. It is
intercepted.
Is it intercepted? Let's see.
Yep.
Yes, it's intercepted. So the teams trade turnovers. Stachura with the interception in the end zone, and Omro gets it back. And that's the way the 3rd quarter comes to an end. My goodness. It is 19-7. Columbus leading Omro at the end of 3. Well, Air Care in Beaver Dam has been providing customers with heating and air conditioning solutions for over 37 years. Chad Guzzi, owner of Air Care, wants to share with you that he is surrounded by a hard-working team that pays attention to detail. They take the extra time to look at the big picture, and they're courteous, honest, and dependable. Air Care proudly serves the entire Dodge County area and beyond. Let them create the comfort in your home that you deserve. Call Air Care today, 920-356-8860. After this message.
At Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam, we are a 2nd-generation family-owned business that has been in the Beaver Dam community for over 25 years. Our goal is to make the process of buying a vehicle fun again. No pressure, no hassle, just quality customer service from our friendly and experienced sales staff. So give us an opportunity the next time you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle. The worst that can happen is we shake hands and part as friends, and if you catch us on the right day, you can enjoy one of Mom's amazing homemade cookies. Let our family take care of your family at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam.
Alrighty, 4th quarter getting underway here at Drobnik Field at Omro High School. Mike Tronson, Tim Haldeman with you on DailyDodge.com. It's Columbus 19, Omro 7 as we start the final quarter. Cardinals have the ball moving right to left, and they've got a 1st and 10 from the 20. The Foxes, I beg your pardon, have a 1st and 10 from the 20 as they had intercepted Will Cotter on the last play of the 3rd quarter, and Garrett Doms, the ball carrier that time, takes it out to about the 23. 2nd and 7 coming up after a gain of 3.
Kirkbergen on the stop for the Cardinals.
And on 2nd and 7, Wellhafer to the left side, keeping it, turns the corner, and picks up a couple.
Yeah, you got about 4.
A short 3 to go.
Tell you one thing we haven't seen, tell me if I'm wrong, Mike, but that was the option with Wellhafer keeping the ball, going around the left side. We haven't seen him pitch it, have we?
No, I don't believe we have.
I do not
believe we have.
That's an option that they just haven't gone to at all.
1 minute gone, 4th quarter. Third down and, well, a little less than 3, about 2 maybe, for the Foxes as they keep it on the ground. And
I think he's got it.
Marquesh got the first down. He was the ball carrier, took it up the middle, and Brunel makes the stop, but not before the chains are moved, and it will be 1st and 10 for Omro. And the Foxes have it at the right at about the 30-yard line, just a little bit across the 30-yard line. And that's Dom straight ahead running before he is brought down. Brunel was there on the stop. So was Miguel Miranda. 3-yard pickup to make it 2nd and 6.
I'm going to give him 4. Injury on the play, Mike, and the referee has
they're
blown the
tending
whistle.
So they stopped the clock with 10:09 to go in the game. Oh, now they wind it again, I guess.
That's Miguel Miranda, I'm pretty sure.
Was it Miranda that got?
I'm pretty sure.
All right, 2nd and 6. That was a somersault across the 40-yard line to about the 41, maybe the 42, but my goodness.
This is not gymnastics
No.
class, folks. Whoa.
You don't see a lot of somersaults in football.
Wow, that was
He got first down. Oh, my goodness.
Crazy tackle.
He picked up 6 yards on that play almost, and so that's enough to move the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 now.
That's a big man to be doing somersaults.
Yeah. 1st and 10 Omro from their 41-yard line. Left to right movement here in this 4th quarter. And they give it to Marquesh. Wellhafer did. And he goes up to the 45-yard line to pick up about 3. Maybe 4, actually. Let's see. Well, now they're going to move it back. They're calling it a 4-yard gain, so I guess we'll go with that. 2nd and 6. As we approach the 9-minute mark and counting of the final period, it's Columbus 19, Omro 7. And the snap, Wellhafer on the keeper, and he got tripped up out near the 48-yard line. Hirschleb was there to meet him. Morris was there.
Yep.
Joe Morris and company.
I'll tell you what, Ben Wellhafer at the quarterback position, he's got 13 carries for 46 yards. Tell you what, he's going to be a sore young man tomorrow, though. He's not very big. Let's see here. They list him at 5'9", 170.
On 3rd down, stick as he tried to go off the right side. I don't think he got it, Tim. I think he might be just a tad shy. I think it's going to be 4th and short, and even if it is, Tim, they got to go for it here. They're down a couple of scores, and time is ticking away as we're now 8:06 and counting left in the ball game. Yep, 4th and less than a yard.
Well, you got to be careful here. You know, you can give them the first down with a couple of yards, but just don't allow them to break the big one here. Be careful.
4th down. Is that a keeper?
They're going to.
Or was it Marquesh? Let's see. No, it was actually, it was Wellhafer on the keeper.
They're going to give it to
him. Yeah, he got it. Yep. In fact, on a second glance on my part, all of a sudden I could see him. He was already past the line to gain. So that is a 4th down conversion for Omro. They're still alive, but time is starting to tick away here. 7:35 and counting left in the game. Still 19-7 Columbus, and I would think Omro's got to get in a little more hurry-up mode here. As Wellhafer takes it, he's going to run with it left side. Ran into his own man, and he gets taken down by Burbach. Well, that's unfortunate there for Wellhafer. He ran into the backside of his own man, and that allowed Burbach to get in there and drop him after a gain of only about a half a yard. So it'll be 2nd and a long 9 coming up for Omro. They've got the ball in Columbus territory just inside the 48-yard line. 7 minutes and counting left in the game. 12-point Columbus lead. We've had no scoring in the second half. And he was taken down by Jevin Burbach, the linebacker.
Mike, I just heard the gentleman to our left doing the clock and so forth from Omro, and they're just saying to themselves that there's no sense of urgency.
That's what I just said. They need to get in hurry up here.
Yeah.
Third down and about 5 to go. Wellhafer pitches this time. The option, yep, and he gets it to Marquesh, who gets tackled by Sully Burbach and Tegan Hirschleb out on the near side.
We're going to give him 3.
3-yard gain. It sets up 4th and about 2 to go. And again, this is 4-down territory. But again, yeah, I'm just very shocked they're even huddling here, Tim. There is, if you're Omro at this point, I am shocked that you're not just running right up to that line of scrimmage, going no huddle with less than 6 minutes to go. 4th and 2. Wellhafer.
Oh, my goodness.
Muffed exchange. Ball loose and picked up by Columbus. It was recovered by Columbus. And now a flag comes out.
Uh-oh.
Was that Minnick that got it? Yeah, Minnick was the one that got the recovery.
Well, he stripped it.
He stripped it, yeah. And we've got a flag down came out at the end of the play.
It's going to continue to be Columbus's ball regardless of who the penalty's on. It's a dead ball foul. After he was tackled, he spiked the ball.
But Columbus will keep it, as you said, Tim, with 5:43 to go, and that may be the final, the straw that breaks the camel's back there on that one. Now, it's going to move Columbus back. The penalty will. But they lead by 12 with only 5:43 to go in the game. It'll be 1st and 10 Columbus from their own 35. And, boy, if you're Omro, boy, that hurts.
Oh, that turnover, Mike, is huge. Time of possession we've talked about. Now you just run the ball 3 times, and even if you kick it back to them, there's only 3.5 minutes left in the game. And they need 2 scores.
1st and 10, handoff to Brunel. Up the middle, breaks one tackle, but then gets pushed back. And the tackle was made by Cody Brueggemann, the defensive tackle. Still a pickup of about 4 yards on the play. They'll mark it at the 39-yard line. And Columbus doesn't have to be they don't have to be in a hurry here at all. They can just keep it on the ground. They can run some clock. 2nd and 6. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and it was Brunel that fell down. Cotter gave him the ball, and immediately he fell down in the backfield, and the play's over when that happens. And so it's a loss on the play of 3. 3rd and 9 for Columbus from their own 36-yard line with 4:40 and counting left in the ball game.
23
Nice opening night for 2019.
You better believe it. And I'll tell you what, Mike, I'll go back to the first run where he got 4 yards on this particular drive. He broke the initial line of scrimmage and then tried to do some juking. He's going to learn that at this time of the ball game, as we've got a timeout called on the field by Columbus, but he's going to learn that, hey, take your 3 or 4 yards and just put your head down and try to get another yard or 2 as opposed to juking and trying to, fake the other guys out. That's when you lose the football.
Well, sports injuries, nagging aches and pains, it's frustrating when they limit your mobility and prevent you from enjoying the activities you love. At BDCH's Institute for Movement and Orthopedics, they utilize the latest in surgical solutions to help you live pain-free. They're able to seamlessly maximize your mobility because their team of experts, from orthopedic surgeons to physical therapists, collaborate to customize a plan that will reclaim your quality of life. To find out how they can keep you moving, visit bdch.com/IMO. And I know those folks at the Beaver Dam Orthopedic Clinic very well after my injury.
Oh, I'll bet you do.
Earlier this year when I fell on some ice and fractured a bone in my right pelvis, and I was on crutches for 9 weeks.
Who are the surgeons there? Who are the guys?
My doctor was Dr. Seipel.
Okay. Him I don't know. I ran into Bob Cole yesterday. Is he in that group?
He might be, yeah. And on the next play, it's a toss to the right side. And breaking tackles after Campbell. There's a flag down. Let's see if this play is going to stand. It would be a first down for Columbus.
Mike, I got faked out of my
I got
shoes.
faked out too in that one.
Was that a pass?
Yes, it was a pass to Campbell.
Holy moly.
Yeah, it was a great fake. It was outstanding because I followed it initially.
Columbus walking backwards.
They are. And I think I heard block in the back because I didn't see the signal from the referee as he came out of the huddle. They're going to mark it at the 41-yard line of Columbus. 4:09 to go.
Illegal block against the Cardinals. Move the ball back to the 41-yard line. Move the ball back.
It's at the 41-yard line where it's going to be 3rd and about 5. And taking the snap, Cotter looking to throw, looking across the middle, caught! And it's caught at the 46-yard line by Jevin Burbach, and it is enough for a first down. And with 3:47 left, Columbus, all they really have to do, Tim, is hang on to the football.
Mike, would you believe that's the first completion in the second half for Columbus?
For Columbus. 1st and 10, Cardinals at their own 46. They lead it 19-7, 3.5 minutes to play in the game. And the handoff, Brunel straight ahead. Gets to the, looks like about the 40-yard line of Omro.
I got him for 6 on that one.
6-yard gain and a 2nd and 4 coming up. Columbus just going to take their time as the clock is running. And for a team that has only won 3 games combined the past 2 years, Tim, this is a great way to start 2019. It's going to feel really good. Quick toss, Campbell to the 45, left side 40, sideline 35, breaks a tackle, and he tried to cut back. No, he stepped out of bounds. He stepped out of bounds around the 32-yard line. So that's a gain of 16 on the pass play to Campbell. Yeah, I'm very shocked that they were passing in that situation. 16-yard pickup, but it is a first down for Columbus with 2:42 remaining.
That's
there's a flag that came out at the end of the play. Let's see what we've got.
Mike, that's Campbell's 3rd reception of the night, and I'll tell you what, I really like his quickness and his toughness. He's going to catch a bunch of passes. You're going to see, as things progress throughout the season, you're going to see Herschel carry the football on some ends around.
Unsportsmanlike on Columbus.
You're going to see Campbell with their quickness. You're going to see them guys a little bit more interested in the offense.
One of the things Calvin Zenz and I talked about this week, I said, what are some areas you want to see improvement? And one of the big things he said, we need to be better catching the ball. He said, we're going to be able to run the ball, and we've seen that tonight with Brunel. He says, we've got a quarterback that we think can get the ball there. We need our receivers to make plays and catch the ball. Well, Campbell has caught the ball a couple times here tonight, as you're saying. Because if they can catch the ball, with Brunel, he's going to be hard to stop. They're going to be a formidable offense. They moved the ball back to the 47-yard line of Omro, but and now what? Well, you know what? It's week 1. You know, we've got some kinks to work out, whether we're broadcasters or officials or, you know, it happens.
The gentleman next door to us said that it is a sideline violation.
Okay. We certainly want to thank the nice staff here at Omro tonight for their hospitality, having us in town for the broadcast. Thank you, gentlemen. We appreciate it. Always fun to get back off and going for another football season.
Yep, these guys went out of their way tonight to help us
We'll
out.
follow you downtown after the game. Okay, we'll follow you.
No.
Okay.
We've been around.
I gotta take Tim home. It's past his bedtime.
We've been around so long that they know enough to follow us.
All right, on 1st and long, here we go. Back to live action. Columbus going to keep it on the ground this time, and why not? And that was Brunel again. Boy, what a night for Caden Brunel.
Speaking of that, I got him for 220 yards on 25 carries.
It'll be 2nd and 9 with 2:15 to go. Caden Brunel tonight with 3 touchdowns, 10-yard run, a 3-yard run, and a 56-yard run. He also had one that didn't go for a touchdown, but he ran for, was it 48-yard scamper earlier in the second half that he almost busted for a touchdown. Dietzen was there. We called his name a lot tonight defensively for the Foxes. Minute 45 to go in this one, and Columbus ahead of Omro, 19-7. Cardinals on top, and they're less than 2 minutes away from a season-opening win. Well, folks, again, one game does not a season make, but this is about as good as it gets on opening night for a team that we see maybe on the rise here a little bit. And again, Columbus taking its time with a 3rd and 9 coming up. They snap it to Cotter. He'll hand it off to Brunel. He comes near side. He's to the 45, cut back. He's to the 40, breaks a tackle. Another broken tackle. He's down to the 35-yard line. There's a flag down on the play. There is a flag down. Let's see what we've got. It's holding, and it's on Columbus.
Mike, I'm just going to give an observation to the folks at home, and those folks are able to watch the video on the screen tonight. But one thing about Caden Brunel, he finishes every run. He finishes going forward, and not a young man of huge stature, but he's tough, and he's going to be a real load, barring injury, for the remainder of this season. And you can tell his enjoyment of the game. He's just in this for the long haul, and he's having a blast out there. And he's sort of bided his time for years, but this has to be just the sweetest taste in the mouth for these young men that have sort of paid the price the last couple years.
So it's going to be 3rd down and long. Really doesn't matter a whole lot with 66 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter. It is Columbus 19, Omro 7. We have a timeout called. Timeout called by Columbus. And so let's do this. Let's take a break, and we're back in 30 seconds on DailyDodge.com.
Look around. This book, this meal, this lamb. This world is made of dreams. So when people say American Family Insurance protects things, we shake our head no. Because we protect this, and everyone's dream is worth protecting. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
Contact the Kevin Carnine Agency, LLC at 920-887-9700 in Beaver Dam today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
No problems with the 40-second clock.
Well, just a minute and 6 seconds left to play here at Omro High School on a beautiful Friday evening. The first high school football game of the week here on DailyDodge.com. And next week, we do it all over again. Week 2 action finds Cambria Friesland going to Dodgeland. It'll be a 7 o'clock start, 6:45 pregame here on DailyDodge.com. To turn the corner off the right side, could not push it upfield, gets taken down at about the 46, so it's a gain of only 2. It's 4th down for Columbus, but only 56 seconds remaining, as now a timeout is called by, did Omro call the timeout here? So another timeout, but yeah, again, we talked about it at the beginning of our broadcast tonight. We're so excited to be webcasting, video streaming all of our high school football games of the week this year exclusively on DailyDodge.com. And we're going to have a lot of fun, as we always do. And tonight has been a good one to start off with Columbus and Omro doing battle here at Drobnik Field. Again, Columbus next week, the first of 5 consecutive home games at Fireman's Park. They'll have Platteville in town next Friday night for a 7 o'clock start. Meanwhile, the Foxes hit the road next week. They're just down the road a little ways at Winneconne for a 7 o'clock start. Again, Columbus has a 5-game homestand coming up starting next week. 6 of their 9 games this year in the friendly confines of Fireman's Park. 4th and 18. for Columbus, and they'll punt it, leading by a dozen.
Nice
Final minute. Yeah, nice high floater. And it's going to take an Omro bounce. Now Columbus will down it. And looks like they'll mark it at around the 27-yard line. So 51 seconds remaining in the game. Omro will take over 1st and 10, but again, needing 2 scores. And ball's at the 27 of Omro. Foxes have it 1st and 10. Single receiver split wide to the right. Slot back left side, and now here is Wellhafer back to throw. Pump fake, now launches it near side. It is bobbled and incomplete, as that one was intended for Crockstrom. Campbell out there with great coverage. He was leaping, trying to intercept it and end this thing. But it's incomplete. 45 seconds remaining. 2nd down and 10 coming up for Omro. A lot of good things happening here tonight for Columbus. Calvin Zenz got to be pleased.
Had a little time to spend with Calvin this summer.
Here's Wellhafer launching it down the middle. Well incomplete. It was overshot.
And I'll tell you what, folks, I could feel it way back a month ago. I spent a little time with him on the golf course, and I could just feel it. That he was really enthused about this group of kids. And, we've got an injury on the field.
We do.
It looks like a cramp. And, boy, I'll tell you, folks, those are no fun at all.
No, they're not.
Ooh.
No, they are not. And this is the first time we've seen this tonight. I mean, again, it's not the normal August 23rd season opener where it's 85 degrees and muggy, but it can still happen.
Well, it's the first time that they've played, we mentioned a couple of times, are going both ways, and it's a lot of time spent on a football field, and they've probably been out there for 125 plays or thereabouts. I mean, I could calculate it rather quickly for both teams here, but it's probably in the neighborhood of that, and that's just a lot of football, a lot of hits, a lot of running, and if you don't get enough,
it's a little different when it's week 6, week 7.
Oh, yeah, right.
This is week 1, and they're not quite in mid-season form yet, are they? And I cannot see the player who's down, so I'm not even going to try and guess. We don't want to scare anybody. 41 seconds remaining in this ball game.
He's up and going.
Now they have him sitting up. Yeah, it was. That's Miranda, Miguel Miranda. Yeah,
that's what I thought.
Now I can see him. His number, but he is sitting up, so that's a good sign. But 41 seconds left. Columbus 19, Omro 7, and Columbus, with all those home games starting next week, they've got a chance to get into a bit of a rhythm. And
hey, as long as we got just a second here, all right? You probably realize this, but there is a young man from Columbus that is vying for a starting position on the University of Wisconsin football team.
Now Miranda's up, by the way, and he gets a hand as he walks off.
How about that? Young man graduated, let's see here. He's in his 3rd year. He's a redshirt sophomore, young Mr. Seltzner, over position for the Badgers, and holy smokes, isn't that something?
Good for him.
I can imagine. The Seltzner family have had a couple of young ladies go through the basketball program as well, and I've had the opportunity to officiate them. And
1st and 10 for Omro. Wellhafer throws. It is caught. Leaping grab inside the 45 of Columbus, made by Stachura. Hirschleb was there to bring him down. 34 seconds remaining. And now it's hurry-up time, but again, only 32 seconds left. 1st and 10 for Omro at the Columbus 43. Throw across the middle. Almost intercepted, in and out of the hands of the cornerback, Evan Anderson. Incomplete pass makes it 2nd and 10. Boy, that was right. Hit him right in the numbers, and he was not able to come up with it. That would have ended the game. As it is, 24 more seconds. And here come the Foxes up to the line with a 2nd and 10 at the Columbus 43. Well, Hafer back there. Pressure coming. And he gets rid of it. Incomplete. Looks like he wanted to hit Crockstrom going down the right sideline, but throw was behind it. He had to get rid of that ball a little earlier than he intended because the cavalry was coming.
Understandably, because the big boys up front have got their ears pinned back, and they're disdaining the run. You know, it's pretty simple.
20 seconds remaining. 3rd and 10 coming up. Apparently we used up our allotment before halftime. Back to throw. Well, Hafer steps up. Now throws, got hit as he throws, but it was caught by Stachura at the 35. Breaks the tackle 30 and steps out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. So he's got a 1st down, and the clock stopped with 13 seconds remaining. And this is the urgency I expected to see from Omro a couple of minutes ago.
At about the 10-minute
mark.
mark.
At about the 10-minute mark, we just didn't see it. And so, you know, they're doing what they have to do, finishing the game, playing it hard to the end, but this is what I expected about 7, 8, 9 minutes ago. All right, on 1st and 10. Another throw towards the corner of the end zone, right side.
Out of bounds.
And that is out of bounds, but it was caught, but it was caught out of bounds, intercepted out of bounds by Campbell. 7 seconds remaining, and it's 2nd and 10. So we probably will have, this will likely be the last play of the game, we'll see. Columbus 19, Omro 7, 7 seconds remaining. And it'll be a happy bus ride home for the Cardinals. Single receivers to each side. Ball Hafer again. In that pistol with Marquesh behind it. Here comes the pressure. He sidesteps the would-be tackler, throws on the run, and it's incomplete. There was a flag coming in. Time has expired, but wait a minute, not over. Or are they gonna, if it's offensive penalty, then the game will be over.
Oh, they called it on the defense.
They keep pointed at Columbus. So we're going to have one more untimed play. They just called defensive pass interference on Columbus. So this game is not over.
Yeah. The Omro fine folks to our left here are even disagreeing with that call.
So there's going to be an untimed down to finish the game.
So is there a way that Columbus could lose this game? Is there a way? No.
Is there? No.
No, there's just no way.
You tell me how.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out a way. And even if you score on this, there's no time
to even kick off. Yeah, right. Exactly. Or do an onside kick. Yeah. Yep. So, one untimed down to try and finish this game. It's a 1st and 10 for Omro down at about the 15-yard line of Columbus. Well, Hafer hands it off. And a running play, Marquesh lowers the shoulder but gets tackled, and that'll do it as he was taken down by Trace Kirkberg. And this game is now officially in the books. Final score tonight from Drobnik Field here at Omro High School. The Columbus Cardinals open the 2019 season in fine fashion as Columbus defeats Omro 19-7. And we will total up some final numbers. Let's take a break, and we're back after this on DailyDodge.com.
At Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam, we are a second-generation family-owned business that has been in the Beaver Dam community for over 25 years. Our goal is to make the process of buying a vehicle fun again. No pressure, no hassle, just quality customer service from our friendly and experienced sales staff. So give us an opportunity the next time you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle. The worst that can happen is we shake hands and part as friends, and if you catch us on the right day, you can enjoy one of Mom's amazing homemade cookies. Let our family take care of your family at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam.
Look around. This book, this meal, this lamb, this world is made of dreams. So when people say American Family Insurance protects things, we shake our head no. Because we protect this, and everyone's dream is worth protecting. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
Contact the Kevin Carnine Agency, LLC at 920-887-9700 in Beaver Dam today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
135 yards. Whoops. 135 yards on 6.
Well, once again, we greet you from Drobnik Field here at Omro High School. Final score tonight, non-conference season opening football game, Columbus 19 and Omro 7. So the Cardinals get a big season opening win. Tough one tonight for the just gotten things started here in this 2019 season. Tonight's broadcast, our webcast exclusively here on DailyDodge.com, has been brought to you by Beaver Dam Community Hospital, Air Care, Columbus Family Dental, Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Kevin Carnine, your American Family Insurance agent, and Landmark Credit Union. And again, while Tim is busy totaling up the final numbers, I'm going to recap the scoring for you in this game. And there was no scoring in the second half. It all came before halftime tonight. But in case you missed it, Columbus scored 1 minute and 58 seconds into the game. It was Caden Brunell with the first of his 3 touchdowns on the night. This was a 10-yard run to pay dirt. The extra point was blocked. 6-0 Columbus before most people had even eaten their hot dogs here tonight. Then with 4:51 to go in the first quarter, Brunell was at it again for Columbus. Caden with a 3-yard touchdown run, and the Cardinals went for 2. That 2-point conversion failed, but it was 12-0 Columbus at that point. That was our score at the end of 1. Flip ahead to the second period. We were 3 minutes and 15 seconds into the period number 2 when Omro scored its only touchdown of the night. Quarterback Ben Wellhafer with a 1-yard run. The extra point tacked on to make it 12-7 Columbus. So the lead was only 5 at that point. But then Columbus, less than a minute later, answered a one-play 56-yard drive. It was Caden Brunell ripping off a 56-yard touchdown run. They tack on an extra point to make it 19-7. There was no more scoring the rest of the half, or the rest of the game for that matter, and that's how we got to our final score tonight. 10-yard run, a 3-yard run, 56-yard run, and how many yards total, Tim Haldeman, for Mr. Brunell?
Unofficially, I got him for 27 carries for 223 yards, and like you said, Mike, 3 touchdowns, and goodness gracious, he ran the ball, as I said, 27 times, and the rest of the team ran it about 5. So, I mean, it's
think he's going to be tired tomorrow morning?
You know, let's face it, game ball is going to go to Caden Brunell, and the other game ball is going to the big boys up front, because the score might be 19-7, but very honestly, the score wasn't that close. When you take a look at total yardage gain in this ball game, Columbus, 234 yards total on the ground and 33 carries. Will Cotter, 6 for 14 through the air for 72 yards, a grand total. Net yards gained 306 from the line of scrimmage. For the Cardinals this evening, and for the Foxes from Omro, 38 carries for 135 yards on the ground, 4 for 16 through the air for a total of 39 yards, and all 39 coming in the second half as they were held to all incompletions in the first half by that stingy Columbus defense. A total of 174 net yards for Omro this evening, and yeah, it was a fine performance. Columbus with a huddle down here to our right at near the goal line, and has now dispersed, and I'm sure that the theme of the conversations are, fellas, great job, but there's a long ways to go. You know, there's probably better football teams out there that you're going to have to play this year. Lodi, of course, in the conference. Let's face it, the Capital Conference North has been
brutal.
It's been really loaded for the last number of years. Lake Mills got beat last night. I happened to read in the paper today that
they lost to Menominee. Yeah,
well, Menominee's been a great program for many years, and I think Lake Mills maybe a little bit out of their comfort zone, if you will. But you know what? If you're going to get better, there's one way to get better, and that's play people that are better than you. I hope their quarterback, Moen, is not injured for the season. I really hope, because they've got a fine arsenal down there and an air attack and a fun group of kids to watch. So the Capital North, like you said, loaded. Columbus, they might just surprise some people. They might come up and bite some people that didn't expect to get bitten. So it'll be an interesting season, Mike.
Yes, it will, and a great start for the Cardinals tonight. And, hey, a great start for us here on DailyDodge.com.
Well, thank you. And, there's plenty of time for the folks in Columbus to start voting online for the 5th week, the 6th week, the 7th week. Remember?
I don't know if they've started that yet, though. I don't know if they've started
maybe
that
they haven't
voting
started yet. But, folks, keep that in mind. If Columbus does a wonderful job here and you want to get them again back on the opportunity arises, pay close attention, and we'll see what can happen.
Yeah, what Tim is referring to is that we are going to have a couple of weeks this year where instead of our staff picking the game that we're going to air, we're going to let you, the fans, vote on which football game we're going to air on that particular Friday night. So stay tuned to Daily Dodge, 95X, 1430 WBEV. We'll have more details about that. Next week, though, it'll be Tim Haldeman and Wade Bates going to Juneau as the Dodgeland Trojans will host the Cambria-Friesland Hilltoppers. Justin, you going to that game too next week? Yes, he is. So Ninja will be there. I'll be on assignment.
Who else is going to do that?
Well, I don't know.
I wouldn't know either. Justin, you got to help me.
He's shaking his head doing. He has no idea either. So, but anyways, next week that's our game of the week here on DailyDodge.com. As we'll have pregame coverage around 6:45 and the kickoff at 7. Tim, you and I will get back together in week 3, September 6th, and that night we go to Madison as Watertown will take on Madison Edgewood. And right now I have no idea where that game is going to be played.
Well,
and I'm not going to get into why, but
I hope it's a field that's 100 yards long and 52 yards wide, and they have lights. That's what we're hoping. So. Yeah. And
well, as long as it's not in Winnipeg, we are good to go. So there you go.
Good way to finish, Mike.
And on that note, we're going to wrap it up here from Omro High School. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody, for the first night of the 2019 Community Hospital, Air Care, Columbus Family Dental, Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Kevin Carnine, your American Family Insurance agent, and Landmark Credit Union. 19-7, your final tonight as Columbus gets the win on the road here at Omro. And for our videographer and engineer and tech guy, Justin Wilski, he's our everything around here. He's our brains of this operation. For Justin and for my good friend and partner, Tim Haldeman, this is Mike Tronson saying so long from Drobnik Field. Have a pleasant evening and enjoy your weekend. This has been a DailyDodge.com sports presentation.
At Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam, we are a second-generation family-owned business that has been in the Beaver Dam community for over 25 years. Our goal is to make the process of buying a vehicle fun again. No pressure, no hassle, just quality customer service from our friendly and experienced sales staff. So give us an opportunity the next time you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle. The worst that can happen is we shake hands and part as friends, and if you catch us on the right day, you can enjoy one of Mom's amazing homemade cookies. Let our family take care of your family at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam.
Look around. This book, this meal, this lamb, this world is made of dreams. So when people say American Family Insurance protects things, we shake our head no. Because we protect this, and everyone's dream is worth protecting. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
Contact the Kevin Carnine Agency, LLC at 920-887-9700 in Beaver Dam today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.